Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for day 75. If you look slightly below your screen, there is this like button. This like button is the Snake Island, Izyum Island. So you know what to do. It's the Snake Island. Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia. This is the summary for day 75. For the 9th of May, which was the victory day for those that celebrate, for the people that is in Europe, mostly for the Soviet side, where they will celebrate this victory over Nazism at the European theater of World War II, and we don't celebrate that in Asia, so it wasn't really apparent to me how big the event is until yesterday, when I was watching all the different cities in Russia. Okay, forget it about it. Okay, let's get to the summary. Let's move to missile strikes first. Missile strikes. Russia strikes the airbase at Akziz again, which is this one. So this time they strike, and they apparently destroyed, according to the Defense Ministry of Russia, 6 Mi-8 and Mi-24. They are all helicopters, and they were struck during the night. So this airfield is actually called Chvernoglinskoye. So by Onyx high precision missiles from Bastion coastal missile system. So the Bastion coastal missile system is actually all the way here in Crimea, and you can actually see this is where the launch sites is. This is where they keep all the missile system, the coastal defense missiles. So apparently coastal defense missiles meant to attack ships, but they are also very good at attacking ground targets apparently. So the other strike is this. They really hit this bridge here at Zatoka. The Russian strikes this bridge again with 2 missile hits on this bridge. So this is from a Russian source, and it's getting ridiculous now. How many times they have hit this bridge. They really hate it. Moving on to, is there any more missile strikes? Okay, I don't think so. So moving to Odessa Front and at the Snake Island, the Russian Defense Ministry had announced that they have shot down yet another Bayraktar TB2 over Snake Island, and according to the same to another briefing, which is the next report, they actually wrote a long passage about how the entire campaign by the Ukrainians against the Snake Island is actually something that was directed by the Americans and the British. So they wanted to try to capture Zabavne Island, and then however they did not work due to Russian resistance, and in total 4 Ukrainian aircraft, which 3 of them is Sukhoi 24, 1 Sukhoi 27, and 3 Mi-8s with paratroopers, as well as 1 Mi-24 Hind is shot down over this island. And accordingly, 29 UAVs has been shot down, which 8 is Bayraktar TB2. So then they've shot down another 4, and they also destroyed 3 armored Ukrainian amphibious assault boats carrying naval personnel. As such, they claim that there is 24 bodies of dead Ukrainian servicemen left on the shore of Zabavne Island. So this is by the Russians, and so I'm not going to talk about all this. If you want to know more about the Snake Island saga, you can actually watch basically like the episode 4 or part 4 of this coverage on the Snake Island over at the last video that I posted So you can go to that quick update. So coming to the Mykolaiv Front, there is no changes and updates on this front. There's nothing on Kryvyi Rih as well. There is also considered nothing on Zaporizhzhia Line. There's a lot of fighting, especially around Kharkiv and Mykolaiv. However, it seems like they are rather evenly matched, so we don't really see any changes in terms of exchanges of town and locations that at least things that we can actually mark on the map. Tentatively, we don't have all that, so still evenly matched there. Coming down to Mariupol, there are some video footage coming, seeing the people, some troops entering through underneath this bridge. I think those are Luhansk People's Republic forces. They are trying to penetrate into the plant, but not sure when was that video. Reportedly, it's actually on Victory Day, which is the yesterday, which is what this report is supposed to be reporting on, but nothing significant on Mariupol. Unless you want to say that they actually celebrated Victory Day for the first time in like 8 years. So if that's significant for you. On the Donetsk Front, there is no changes on the Velika Novosilka side, which is also actually part of the Zaporizhzhia Line. There is no changes and information about all these things. Yesterday I reported that the Ukrainians have captured Palivka, Mykolaiv, as well as Yehorivka. However, I did not see corroborative reports from other sources, especially importantly the trusted sources that I usually reference, both on the pro-Ukrainian and pro-Russian side. I did not see anything remotely about all this, and now these captures has now become question mark, and now the border is now overlapping as I push back not border but front line. I like to call it border because it looks like a border, right? So anyway, the push back the front line all the way just below Vuleda, because Vuleda is still confirmed to be under the Ukrainian control. Fighting is now reported at Palivka. This is, although I quote this tweet, but this tweet actually reference live UA map. However, live UA map did not have a source about this fighting, so do take a pinch of salt on this. And if I still don't see anything about these three towns or village, I'm gonna wipe it out and I'm gonna give it back to the Russians. So that's how it is. Fighting continue at Mykolaiv. So this is since the 10th. The 10th. Oh yeah, the 10th. This is the latest information. Yeah, there is still the aggressors try to improve the situation towards the settlement of Mykolaiv. So they are still, I don't even know what is that supposed to mean. Like, how do you want to improve? Build some toilets. Anyway, moving up north, no changes in all these places. There's reportedly fighting at Verkhan Otoretsky. This is according to the General Staff of Armed Forces report in the evening for yesterday. Similarly, it's also about improving tactical positions in the area of Novoselivka, Druha, and Verkhan Otoretsky. So similarly, they're going to build toilets here, and they're going to build a balcony here, and this one they're going to build a swimming pool. So they are still fighting around here. Which is basically they have been fighting for a month at least. There is no really any changes or anything new here. So it's kind of a pointless information from the armed forces of Ukraine, unless never mind, forget it. Okay, moving on to Popasna. There is information that the Russian forces actually is holding some roads towards Bakhmut, but I don't think it's very far, maybe only a bit. And I have wiped out one of this entrenchment. That is, where is it? I already deleted one of the entrenchment. I think it's around here. So I don't think that is still controlled by the Ukrainians. However, we have information that this entrenchments here, as well as this entrenchment here, seems to be all intact, because according to this information from the, I think it's the pro-Russian side, the army of Luhansk People's Republic announced the establishment of full control over Popasna, and then few reports suggest that there is no fighting out of Popasna yet. Aviation and artillery are currently working on the position of the Ukrainian forces south and west of Popasna. So south and west of Popasna, which means as per suspected, these entrenchments are still not taken out yet, and there is also more entrenchment around here. There's some trench line here, so looks like without taking out all these entrenchment and fortifications, I don't think the Russians are going to go anywhere yet. And interestingly, I can actually show you this video. It's not dated, but it's actually a Sukhoi 25, a Russian one, that flies over Popasna and actually attack Ukrainian forces at the south of the city. So before I show you this video, so just want to guide you where the plane flies. The plane fly around here, going south. They actually you will actually see some entrenchment around here, I think, around here. Then it actually flies down, fly south through the top here, all the way from the north here all the way south, and then they hit. They do rocket strike on this position. There is no entrenchment before the war started in this area, but the rocket strike is actually towards this part. So you actually see the flight this way from the north go down here, because this area seems to be more controlled by the Russians, so the planes can fly safely down. So I want to show you this video. It's a very nice video. Is there sound? Well, I want to turn off the sound because so you can see it flying, and I want to show you there's a, so in front you can see this is our city, and you can see it's now turning, banking towards, and just now we actually flew over some entrenchment. Then now you can see the utterly destroyed city of Popasna, the acne that popped Asna. So over Popasna now, then you can see this. I can't read this, but I think this is some important buildings. I think the government buildings. So now it's leveling out. Now we are flying towards the south. I think this is a train station or something. I'm not sure. So yeah, this is another building for whatever. And then now they started firing the rockets towards this position of this lake at the side of this forest, and then it now bangs away as it flies off into the sunset, which is not setting yet. So remember the lake. This is the lake. This is the forest line, and then they hit around this area. Maybe it's here. So there's a forest line here, and then we saw the lake. Something like this around this area. So which is non-existent based on the satellite image that we have on Google Map. And they actually fly all the way to the north, and then it actually turns and goes. So some very interesting footage there. And moving on, so this Popasna, so we're going to see the Russian forces stay here for a very, very long time, because to destroy all of this, it will take at least 2 weeks, even if they use the flamethrower, the TOS-1. Fighting continues at Orekhov and as well as Toshkivka. So apparently these two positions have been fighting for a while now, which means the resistance in this area by the Ukrainians are very strong. Moving up to Severodonetsk, I just saw a report that the Russians attacking Pudivka. which is kind of weird to me. So I'm going to ignore that information, but I just want to let you know I saw that information. I have doubts that that is true. And this information of the fighting at Vijayvodivka likely to be outdated already, because according to multiple instances of open source information, they have all say that this place has been captured. Fighting continued at Novodruzhsk, at Kryvyi, at Shipilivka. However, at Bilohorivka, that's very interesting. There is this unconfirmed report that Bilohorivka has been captured. And according to one of the source on Telegram, a pro-Russian source, I forgot to paste it, the information in, but they mentioned that they have overrun the defense line and they have actually encircled or trap Ukrainian forces, and the number said is quite huge. Like they count 1,000 or 5,000 soldiers, which I kind of like just ignored. Sounds impossible, but anyway, we will keep a lookout on this capture, because so the reason why I'm not going to act on this rumor is unlike what I did for the one at Donetsk Front. Just for this one, just south of Volida, I want to explain this a little bit. In locations that I believe there will be a lot of information that will come out. For example, Bilohorivka is a very significant front position that everyone will be looking at. There is likely to be more information. As such, we will wait for more firm information on Bilohorivka. However, the front line at just south of Marinka, this area, the information from this front is extremely sparse. There's really not a lot of information coming out from this front. So we will have to act on rumors, on the even very faint intelligence. So this is why I treat different information or different locations updates differently, because for example on Mariupol, I have been really careful, just like Popasna, because these are high attention, high focus locations where we have a lot of information, so we can have the luxury of waiting for more information to confirm certain things. However, when it comes to the certain fronts, like places like Zaporizhzhia or Kryvyi, this information is going to be very little, and we have to work with rumors. But however, at Bilohorivka, it seems like there will be a lot of information, or a lot of important analysts from both Russian and pro-Ukrainian sides that will be reporting on this. So we will definitely want to wait for more information before I declare these captured by the Russian forces. So hope this makes sense to you. There's no news on Ozene, so now we are into Izyum Front now. Just now we were in Luhansk, and there is no changes in all these fronts. However, we have information that there is fighting at Darilov. I need to change this color. This is the wrong color. So yeah, at Darilov or Darilov or Darilove. So there's fighting here. There's fighting at Novoselivka, which is also something new. So we can see there's a consistent front across here that the Russians is all driving towards the direction of Sloviansk. There is no information about these people here. I'm not even sure if they are still alive. However, for Oskil, I saw a tweet saying that Oskil is captured, and then the reference is a Chinese source, a Chinese social media source, which I have my doubts. So I'm not going to believe that. I'm going to keep it as a question mark for now. And coming down to south of Izyum, Velika Komishuvaka has been captured somehow again. And this time round, there is a picture of people putting a flag on some structure. And this kind of like, now even the pro-Ukrainian sources are very sure that this is now captured by the Russians. Then we have another rumor about Bavinkov being captured. As such, as another one of these high attention towns, I want to look for more firmer information about this capture of Bavinkov. So I'm not going to take this for a fact for now. So that's the question mark there. So there is a Sukhoi 25 shot down over Pohonivka, as well as a 2 MiG-29 shot down near Seversky and Novodonetsky. So which is here, these two towns or villages. So these two MiG-29 is shot down over here. So MiG-29s are usually meant for air superiority missions, and this is a ground attack aircraft. Looks like there is still a lot of aircraft in the Ukrainian armory. So then there is this information of a forward operating base at Zabavne, and we have a video footage to show that. And hopefully the audio is not on. Okay, it's not on. So no, it's not. Please off it. Yep. So this is all the armor vehicles or artillery or something. They are all hiding inside all these very nice hot dog buns. So by hiding in the hot dog buns, the explosion is not going to hit the vehicles if they did not get a direct hit, because the buns will actually block any shrapnels that is flying around. And you can see the Ukrainians bombarding this location with this UAV that cannot keep still, and the accuracy is horrible, and the intensity is atrocious. Why are you hitting at such low intensity when you have found such a huge target? It just shows how weak the Ukrainian artillery is at this moment. They are not good. It seems like they are not able to conjure up sufficient battery of artillery to actually destroy this entire forward operating base in one fell swoop. This is not the first time I have criticized on the artillery strikes of Ukrainians, because if you found something this priceless target, so high value targets, you should gather as much artillery as you can and then bombard it and destroy it once and for all. And that will have been a pivotal strategic victory by destroying that, and you would have give yourself a huge advantage. But by doing this pathetic artillery, maybe there's only one or two artillery pieces shelling this FOB. You are just stirring the hornet's nest, as far as I can tell, and I think it's a waste of time. The last time they did that was in Mykolaiv, where the Russians airbase here is full of vehicles, ammunition, aircraft, helicopters, and all the Ukrainians did was fire one salvo of Grad rockets, and it was a missed opportunity. Although they destroyed like a few helicopters, but it's like, what is a few helicopters? 2 or 3 helicopters is when you could have destroyed like the entire air command at Kherson and all the ammunitions and the entire logistic arm. So it's Ukraine is winning. So anyway, going to Kharkiv, where the happy days are back. So this is the happy front for Ukraine. The route, I will call it a route because of how fast the retreat is, and there is this, it is a fighting retreat. So but on this side, it seems like it's totally evacuated. So the Ukrainians have captured 8 different locations, 9 different locations on this side, along the river of the Seversky Donetsk River. They have captured Rubizhne, Verny Saltiv, Zamulivka, as well as Bayrak. And just north of Sukuni, they have continued to capture Cherkasy Tushki, Ruski Tushki, Bolshchova as well as Slobozhanske. So previously in the quick update, when I mentioned about this, Slobozhanske was not mentioned to be captured. Maybe Ukraine Map or War Mapper seen my video and kind of like added a update that added Slobozhanske into this update. So thank you so much for confirming this. Ukraine Map or War Mapper. I think it's Ukraine Map, right? War Map is, yeah, Ukraine War Map. So maybe he saw the video and kind of like just updated it. So and then on Supivka, the Ukrainians have captured. This is based on Barakuda. So this is the summary for the day of 75 and 9th of May, which is Victory Day. And happy belated Victory Day for those that celebrate this, and happy Victory Day to the Ukrainians at the Kharkiv Front. And I'll see you in the next update. And and if you find this useful, do share it with your friends and your contacts. And also do subscribe if you have not subscribed. I think this is rather obvious. And also the like button is Snake Island. I'll see you in the next update.